Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Siri in iPhone iOS 18 and how to make sure you've upgraded to the latest version, Siri 2.0, which is powered by Apple Intelligence. If you're still seeing the older version of Siri, don't worry, we'll walk through all the steps you need to switch to the new AI-powered Siri. Alright, let's get started. The first thing we need to do is check if your device meets the necessary requirements. To check the device requirement, start by opening the Settings app, then go to General and tap on About. Now, here's where we check for the first and most crucial requirement: Apple Intelligence. Apple Intelligence is only available on the iPhone 15 Pro, iPhone 15 Pro Max, and all models in the upcoming iPhone 16 series. If you have any other model, like the iPhone 15 or iPhone 15 Plus, or an older model, you won't be able to use Apple Intelligence at all. But for those of you who have the iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max, and even though you meet the hardware requirement, you're still seeing the old Siri, I'm here to help you resolve that issue. Next, let's check your device's iOS version. If your iPhone is running iOS 18.0 or iOS 18.01, unfortunately, those versions don't support Apple Intelligence. To access Siri 2.0, or what many call the AI Siri, you'll need to update to iOS 18.1 or a newer version. Without this update, your iPhone is stuck with the old Siri version, which doesn't come with the advanced AI features. So, let's dive into how you can update to iOS 18.1 and unlock Apple Intelligence. First, go back to Settings, scroll down to General, and tap on Software Update. If iOS 18.1 is available, you should see an option to update right there. If it's visible, go ahead and tap Download and Install. But what if you don't see the option to update to iOS 18.1? This can happen on some devices and happens because you are not enrolled in the Beta Developer Program by Apple. It means you'll need to opt into the beta updates. To do that, the first step is to visit beta.apple.com using your iPhone's browser. Once you're on the site, you'll need to sign in using your Apple ID. Once you've agreed to the terms, look for the Enroll Your Device option. This step is crucial because it registers your specific iPhone for the beta program. After enrolling your device, you'll be presented with an option to Open Beta Updates. Tap this, and your iPhone will now have access to the beta software updates, including iOS 18.1, and your iPhone will be upgraded to the latest beta release. Keep in mind that while the beta gives you access to the latest features, it can sometimes have some bugs or issues since it's still in development. Now, a quick heads up. Apple Intelligence is currently only available in the United States. It will officially launch in other regions soon, October 2024 for the UK, December 2024 for Canada, and mid-2025 for other countries. Notably, Europe countries will not be getting Apple Intelligence for the foreseeable future. But here's something interesting. Even though I'm not in the US, I've managed to get Apple Intelligence working on one of my iPhones. So it is possible, but there are some workarounds involved. Let me show you how. First, open Settings and look for the Apple Intelligence toggle. If you don't see it, you might get an error message that says, Apple Intelligence is not available. This is where things get tricky. Here's what you can do. First, head into Settings, General, Language and Region, and change your region to the United States. But fair warning, this will disable Apple Pay and could mess up some other region-specific services on your phone. If you rely on Apple Pay, I don't recommend doing this. Once you've switched the region, go back into the Apple Intelligence settings and make sure that Siri's language is set to English, United States, as well. In many cases, this will allow you to apply and turn on Apple Intelligence. However, even with these changes, you might still run into issues if your Apple ID is linked to a different country's payment method. This is where things get a bit complicated. If your Apple ID is tied to a non-US payment method, you'll need to either sign out of iCloud or create a new Apple ID for the United States. This can cause some inconvenience because when you sign out of iCloud, you temporarily lose access to certain data like iMessages and other iCloud services. But don't worry, you can always log back in later. If you decide to go down this route, visit appleid.apple.com from a browser, tap the lines on the top right corner and choose Create Apple Account. Fill in your details, but when it asks for an address, you'll need to use a fake US address. You can find these by using a fake address generator for the US. The phone number should still be your real number. Once your new Apple ID is set up, you can sign into it on your iPhone, and this will allow you to access Apple Intelligence without being in the US. Another reason you might not be able to access Siri 2.0 and Apple Intelligence could be that you haven't reserved your spot for the feature. Since Apple Intelligence is still in its beta phase, it's not automatically available to all users, even if you meet the hardware and software requirements. What you need to do is join the Apple Intelligence waitlist. This is a crucial step because Apple is currently rolling out the feature to users in waves, and only those who have registered for the waitlist will be granted access when their turn comes. After successfully joining the waitlist, you should notice that the download for Apple Intelligence has begun. Once the download is complete and everything is installed, you'll finally have access to Apple Intelligence and Siri 2.0. At this point, you'll be able to interact with Siri using advanced AI features such as more natural conversation abilities, enhanced automation, and other exciting functionalities unique to Apple Intelligence. So, if you've followed all the steps, ensuring your device is compatible, updating your iOS, and joining the waitlist, you should soon be able to fully experience everything Apple Intelligence has to offer. Unfortunately, Apple Intelligence is geographically restricted, and the process can be confusing because of Apple's artificial limits. But once you have the feature working, it's amazing. I hope this video helped you navigate the confusing world of Apple Intelligence. If it did, please don't forget to check out other videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.